Hello, welcome to my third video. Very exciting. Welcome back. Because I had a slight malfunction with my first Easter manicure, I actually decided to do a second one. I had been wearing a gel base coat that was rubbery, and it came off after only 3 days, which surprised me a little bit, to be honest. So I decided to redo with a Moody manicure. Alright, so we're starting with Bee's Knees Lacquer on my thumb. It's come out. It's beautiful deep indigo with green to blue shimmer. And I'm wiggling my nail. I'm looking awkward. I'm trying to figure out how this works. I look a bit silly. We're working on it. But nonetheless, extremely beautiful polish. There is a little bit of a bald spot, but I think that's the gel I didn't quite get off my nail. Don't blame the polish. That's me. And here we have Wildflower Lacquer. She's my Nemo-sis 2.0. It's lovely, deep, true orange with flakes that transition from green to gold to orange. Probably I am testing the limits of the theme of Moody because I feel like this one is too bright. On my middle left finger, we now have Bee's Knees Lacquer. Rotten Little Shitbag. Terrible name for lovely polish. It has a very sheer base. It's sort of a dusty eggplant color, but what you can really see is that medium blue shimmer. Absolutely gorgeous. It looks extremely sheer in direct sunlight, but later you'll see some shots of it in the shade, and the shimmer really looks beautiful there, and you don't see nearly this much of my natural nail. And this is 3 coats. Next on my ring finger, we have Bee's Knees Lacquer Dark Secrets. This is a sheer, dusty olive base with these huge silver shreds, and those silver shreds create almost a turquoise look within the polish. It was an instant favorite when I opened my package. I didn't expect to like it this much. However, reminder, it is sheer. This is 3 coats. And finally for this hand, we're doing Bee's Knees Lacquer, the Puppy People. It's deep red mulberry color for a base. It has green to blue large particle shimmer. It has a similar shimmer to Come Out that we saw on my thumb. I'm not the biggest fan of reds. I barely have any in my collection, but this one really struck me when I saw it. There is a third polish within the same release from Bee's Knees Lacquer that has a similar shimmer, and we'll see that just a little bit later. Again, you're going to witness my very awkward finger movements as I'm trying to display this on my pinky. Growing pains. On to my next hand, and on this hand I have Emily DeMolly pressure tested on my thumb. Really straddles the line between a red and a brown. Has massive circular hollow glitters. They are hard to remove, but looks fantastic in the sun. Next we have Bee's Knees Lacquer. You look like you've seen a ghost. This is the third of the 3 polishes that share the same type of shimmer. You can see this one is much more of like a deep magenta base. This is also out of my normal set of preferences because I tend to prefer a bluish purple, but I was happy to find this one. And again, awkward nail movements. And look, I've done it. I figured out how to move my finger without looking super awkward. Hooray! Clap for me. This is Wildflower Lacquers. It doesn't get any Vedder than this. It is a deep olive base, more opaque than the other olive we saw, and it also has a blue shimmer. And next we have Aurora Icy Fire. I probably should have done a third coat of this. I'm showing it in 2. In 3, the flakes make up most of the opacity because it is a jelly. It's this deep Persian blue with mostly blue metallic flakes, but it has just a smidgen of red metallic flakes, and those red metallic flakes are really what make this polish. I love a contrast. And finally, on my right pinky finger, I have Emily DeMolly Grand Delusions. This is shown in 2 coats. It's sort of a basil green polish with silver glitter and a primarily blue shimmer. It will shift over to red and gold at extreme angles, but mostly blue. In person, it actually looks just slightly darker than what's shown here. Okay, and now we're going to wiggle my fingers in the sun in the shade, starting in sunlight with my left hand. It really highlights all my ridge nails, but I'm trying not to hide that because many of us do have ridges, and I want to show the polish how it actually is. Admittedly, my ridges are quite extreme. And as we shift into the shade, you can really see how the opacity of Rotten Little Shitbag changes. In the shade, the Manicure really takes on that moody goth theme I imagined. I do wish I had put extra coats on certain nails, but in the shade, they looked perfect to me. In just a second, we're going to move over to my right hand, and you'll start by seeing it in the shade. Even in the shade, those hollow glitter are really doing work. You look like you've seen a ghost. Is still sheer even in the shade. And also Grand Delusion looks closer to its color that I see in person. I hope you have enjoyed me indulging in a second Easter Skittle. That does seem a little excessive, but nonetheless, that's what I did. And thank you for continuing to watch my videos. I appreciate you stuck around despite my I'm going to call it evolving capabilities with editing software and filming techniques. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.